one thing which impressed me a lot is that education in New Zealand stresses the hands-on approach in learning. That is, students can touch and see things when they're learning. They can get tons of fun. So when learning is fun, it will be more effective. So as you can see here, the picture shows you the fun literacy activities just like this one. And then they are student-centered. Because when students get choice, they're empowered. When they're empowered, they're more engaged. So they will think that learning is fun. And then they use music and PE activities in English language learning. And aside from that, you can see the teamwork is very important in New Zealand. Because not only for the students, they need to do the teamwork. Teachers need to do teamwork to add the support for students. So when I fly back to Taiwan, I try to have fun with my students in my English class. So I designed some fun literacy activities as shown in this slide. And now I'm going to play a short video clip for you. This is an activity which I think is really fun. Please take a look.
要先念哪里？刚开始要先念什么？说给我听。要先念哪？这个怎么念？不能看哦。
So the chant is apple, apple, right and wrong. So students, after reading the chant, and he would draw the stuff from the box, and then to make half and half apple together into one round apple. And then this one shows you how I use music in English teaching. And then these photos show you the teamwork. Among everything that I learned from the UA, using music in English teaching taught by Professor Robin really gave me a big surprise. In the past, I had few idea about how to use music in English teaching. And then everything changed until I met Professor Robin. And she taught us how to use our body, the musical instruments, the voice, and the rhythms, and the sounds in English language learning. So I got ideas. I think that music could be enjoyable. It shouldn't be that hard to be used in English teaching. So I decided to make my English class filled with musical elements. So I started doing my action research. And then one of the data sources comes from the pre and post tests for my students. And here are 5 questions in my pre-test questionnaire, as you can see in your handouts. And these 5 ones are in my post-test questionnaire. And then I gave the pre-test questionnaire and the post-questionnaire to the students from the 3 classes, totally 81 students from 2nd grade and 3rd grade. And then I got the students for my action research subjects, and then I knew their backgrounds through the pre-test questionnaire. Now I thought that I was ready to get started to use music in my English teaching. So first of all, I designed a class we sing and chant. Here are the video clips for you. Please take a look.
Turn around.
This is a chant for the 2nd graders, and they sing songs too. enjoyed singing songs. And then we recognize the full stop mark with maracas, sticks, and tambourines. Please take a look.
Hi. Yeah, this is like my mark, yeah. My name is Kevin. Hello.
So when they listen to me reading out the storylines and they read the text on the ebook, and then they found a period or question mark or the exclamation mark, they make sounds with the musical instruments. And then we practice rhythmic chains, just like this.
Stop. Apples, peaches, pears, and plums. Tell me when your birthday coming. Yeah! July. July.
Some of them felt shy, but it's okay.
Somehow September. October.
So I combine the song and chant together. And then we play copycats. And this one is that I use later cards for the second graders and to let them sound out the sound. Use different rhythms and use different pitches. Please take a look at the video clip.
Letter C. That's right. Okay, you can put your rhythm in it. Or you can tell me, or you can say, alright. Some of you. That's very good. Everybody try. Go.
Students love this game. They love to create the rhythms and pitches. And then we practice dialogues with hitting sticks as they read aloud the dialogues, as you can see here, and they hit the sticks. It had lots of fun, and they read sentences. And then we create sound effects, because in reading, I think that we not only read the text itself, but we only study pictures. So I think to make sounds for the pictures really important. And then just like picture, you can see this picture, students will make the sound of the cats, just like meow, or the laughter of this character, just like ha ha ha. So when they finish the sentence cool, they would add the sound for this picture. So I think when I did this one, every student, the laughter was all around the classroom. This little kids love it. And then we create background music for a story, words with 4-beat beating. And then this activity, I will elaborate it later. And this activity including the reading and writing and listening and speaking abilities. So when you ask me which one is the most effective one when I use music in English teaching, I would answer that students love to use musical instruments a lot. Not only for the full stop marks, but also for the words with the 4-beat beating as a background music for a story. Now I'm going to explain it more about this activity. In this curriculum, there are 3 steps. The first step is that I want, just like you can see here in this picture, I made the student listen and circle the target words and sentences. First, I want them to circle the target sentences, just like what's this and what's that, the 2 sentences. And second, I want the student to listen and circle the target vocabulary words, just like book, pencil, eraser, pen, or ruler. And then third, I want the student to listen and circle the words with strong feelings, just like wow and oops. So they would listen to me and then circle the words. And then I will check the answers on my ebook in front of everybody. And then in the same time, I will record all these sentences and the words on my small whiteboard in front of everybody. And then, as you can see in this picture, a student at a time came to the front to fill one of the words on my small whiteboard into one of the grades. So when they're finished, the upper column of the words will be for everybody to read aloud, and the middle column, the words in the middle column will be for group 1 to read aloud, and the lower column is for the group 2 to read aloud. And then the third part is that I started reading aloud the story, and then after 2 pages I made a pause, and then each group or everybody put their words with 4-beat beating as a background music for my story. So here is an example. You can take a look.
It's a ruler. Look, it's a pig. Cool. I'm sorry. It's okay. What's this? What's that?
This part is for everybody.
What's this? What's that? What's this? What's that?
This is group 1. The use of 6. They practice wow and oops with beatings. And I did the 2 circles for the words with 4-beat beating. Just use a 4-beat beating to create a background music for the whole story. After more than 3 months of doing my action research, the results shown from my interview is they love to learn English through music, and this is what they said. This is their feedback. Just like Sunny said, I like to learn English with playing with rhythm. And Ian said that I want to play more musical instruments in English class, and so on. You can just take a look. So I also not only did I use the questionnaires to collect my data, I also used an interview. And then let's go back to the questionnaires. The result shows me that 80% of the students like music after classes using music in English teaching and learning. And this is a 15% to the pretest results. And 72% of the students like learning English with music more than before, and this is a 19% growth. And as for the question that do you hope you can learn more English through songs, music, and playing instruments, I think the result is really similar. And then 78% of students are more interested in learning English through music rather than learning the English language itself, and this is also the 15% growth compared to the pretest results. And the last question is that, the last question shows you that 63% of students really pay attention to using music in learning English in these classes, but this is only the 5% growth, but I think little growth is a good thing. And then before I come to this conference, I had shared my action research with my English teachers in my school because I think teamwork and share is very important in education. So I did this. So, question and answer. All right. Thank you so much.